signed up to LMPD. Go and get yourself this thing. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL. On EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Aaron.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Vikings ready to go to work, led out by their quarterback in his 3rd year wearing purple, 9th year overall in the NFL, a Pro Bowler in Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers dropped, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And the question swirled around Green Bay all offseason in free agency and through the draft. Did they acquire enough pieces to help their all-star quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? Just think about the last 2 years for him. 51 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Down at the 10-yard line.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be complete to Dillon. Nothing doing on that one. It'll be 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
24-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
Vikings, nothing.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, he did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get that around the left tackle, Russell Okung. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
To return is Taylor. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Rodgers on target there to Lazard. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I remember when Alan Lazard came out of Iowa State, many questioned his speed and wondered if he could separate from defenders downfield. He got pressed into action in the middle of last year due to injury for Green Bay and wound up 2nd on the team in receiving yards as he developed and got better each and every week. Remember that Monday night game against the Bears, partner? A late touchdown and a big comeback victory.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 16.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you got to deliver.
Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
35-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in Week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That's the
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Cousins now. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yards.
He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain, and guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. We remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium, and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And a Packer first down.
Now it's Dillon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the 36, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Packers.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a run with Dillon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
And again, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
One of the underrated aspects of Davante Adams' game is his toughness. He had to battle his way through injury last year, and while his numbers may have dipped, he was still the #1 target for the Green Bay Packers and their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and still one of the best receivers in the league. Constantly works on his footwork, constantly works on how he gets away from defenders in order to get open. He's a guy that #12, his quarterback, trusts implicitly.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good catch by Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and that's something that his teammates needed to see and something he needed for himself. They call him MVS, and they want him to become an MVP type of a receiver. Speed to burn. He can stretch the field. They just need him to be as dependable catching the ball as we saw there throughout the season.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action. Cousins looking here for Smith downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
They run again on 1st down. Cook stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
Taken down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
10 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Down and 20.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Short throw to Smith. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
For the Viking field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
17. Vikings 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At at their own 20.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Incomplete.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Going up top, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
By Patrick Peterson.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Oh, a nice spin. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A first down throw for Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And trying to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Here's Cousins. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. So we reach halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
5-yard line.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit the tackle to Jalen Holmes.
Maybe a little bit of a surprise to people that A.J. Dillon was selected by the Green Bay Packers, but I see the logic. This is an almost 250-pound running back who had a great showing at the Combine, running nearly 4.5 in the 40-yard dash. And his ability really shows up as games wear on. And then in the cold weather at Green Bay in December and January, how many defensive backs will want to tackle that big steamroller when he gets going downfield?
Hard throw, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now,
double team, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Packers.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Packer, first down.
Rodgers to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Tanyan, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now Abdullah, the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10. At their own.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Second and 4.
To throw is Cousins. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped
inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
28-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off near the 26. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Parker touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Abdullah will return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Cousins to throw it. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the 2nd round. They already had a big-time tight end in Kyle Rudolph, but now with Smith, you diversify the offense. You've got 2 big targets who can go down the middle of the field and make big catches. Expect that trend to continue in 2020.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. The counter here, it's complete. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup. But will it hold? Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. looking out of the gun. Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
To throw, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far, good second half. And you know, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
What you talking about, man?
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now a loose football.
Recovered by the kicking team.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
1st and 10. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he finds Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Minnesota Vikings.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 7-yard
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
A loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Now Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, here's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all total. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st down, Dillon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They run once more with Dillon.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that, you know.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
This is Dillon.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Number 28.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week.